In neighboring Nigeria, the National Executive Committee of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, has confirmed the appointment of the immediate past governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Ganduje, as national chairman of the party. The NEC took this decision at its 12th meeting held Thursday in Abuja. It also appointed Senator Bashiru Ajibola as national secretary. Earlier, APC's national legal advisor, Ahmed El Mazouk, resigned from the party's National Working Committee. El Mazouk resigned his appointment on Wednesday following insistence by some of his colleagues that he could no longer be in office due to allegations against him. Executive Director of the Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, Awal Razvanjani, has joined me over Zoom to discuss this further. Thank you so much for your time here.
Thank you very much. Good
Absolutely.
evening.
Indeed. I was waiting to hear you all well. But, let's start off with this latest appointment by the APC. Ganduje will be leading the party as chairman. Yeah. What are your thoughts about this, and what implications could it have for the APC over the next 4 years, or maybe even more?
Thank you very much. The implication of this appointment of Ganduje to lead the APC, which is the ruling party in Nigeria, and also the also the Senate president, so the corruption allegation and the investigation are going on, and even himself, the president, Tinubu, who had in many occasions been investigated for monumental corruption and looting. So the implication is that he's putting some of them who have also helped to, who have also been under investigation, with the many governors who have also been confirmed as ministers, also allegation, who with serious, integrity deficit. And this is not speaking very well for the country, because as a result of corruption, the country continues to suffer from underdevelopment, from insecurity, from collapse of infrastructure, collapse of healthcare, collapse of education and value system. So indeed, we have there's a serious repercussion for this, because the young people would see that the only way you can be noted is to be part of this corrupt bandwagon team. So this is part of the implication that the country is going to face, because already we are facing serious challenges.
Well, I want us to look at, what the impact could be for the APC itself. And I'm glad you brought up Ganduje's past controversies when you juxtapose that to Al Mazouk, who his colleagues have said needed to leave office because of allegations brought against him. You have Ganduje also, on the other hand, who's had past controversies himself. How do we reconcile the two, and what does this portend for the internal democracy of APC?
No, you're not going to have any internal democracy. What you have is actually dictatorship. That's what happened with the National Assembly election. The President Tinubu insisted this is what he wants, and that was what happened. So at the level of the party, it's equally, he said that this is what he wants, and that's what happened. At the level of, ministerial nomination, despite the allegation of corruption against so many of them, he keep on pushing, and they confirm them. So he has taken over the party, he has taken over the legislature, he has taken over the executive. So it is the judiciary that is remaining, which many people also believed, given his capacity to get whatever he wants, he may likely also corner the judiciary to his pocket. So this is a very terrible and dangerous scenario, and that is why we need to be very careful, because corruption is not something that should be romance. corruption has a way of destroying the value system and the morals and everything. And we can see that clearly now. There's a grouping of so many people with the integrity deficit under Tinubu leadership, which is really sending a bad signal not only to Nigerian people but also to the international community, that only corruption and corrupt people are welcome, and that's not really good for the nation.
I know you said earlier that this is not a democracy for the APC; it's a dictatorship. But let's stick with the APC just for a tad, because I want to find out from you what you'd expect from Ganduje as APC leader, especially given the backdrop that he himself has spoken about the fact that he would ensure democratic processes within the APC. He said he would hit the ground running. He's talked about the fact that everybody would be heard within the party. Do you see that happening over the next 4 years? What should be the single most important priority if he were to achieve that he should do now?
So first and foremost, based on his track record as a governor for 8 years, we haven't seen that democratic tendency in him. What we saw was imposition and also allegation of him collecting money and his wife to give slots of position to various people who contested election in Kano. So if it is going by his track record, we may not be able to see anything positive. Again, given the fact that whatever the President Tinubu wants, definitely he will direct him to implement whatever agenda he has as a president, because there's no anything like internet democracy under President Tinubu, because whatever he wants, nobody dare to challenge him. So I think we are going to face a more serious chronic dictatorship in civilian gown. He got the Senate president, to do his bidding. He got the chairman of the party to do his bidding. He also nominated all the governors, many of the governors that also have serious integrity, crises. Likewise, to many of them that have been also nominated for other positions. So it is really a big danger for the anti-corruption in Nigeria, and that is why we keep on asking.
Well, I can't help but notice that you paint, a really gloomy picture, not only for the APC, but for the entire country, as you link President Tinubu to the appointment of Ganduje as chairperson for the party. But again, is it really that bad? I mean, you could cut the man some slacks, can't you?
Well, we are looking at the immediate experience of some of these people, and we are looking at currently, as I speak to you, a lot of investigation on corruption, and everyone knows who Ganduje is, and also knowing who also Tinubu is. So obviously, you don't expect internet democracy in the APC because whatever the president wants, he will definitely get it, as he has demonstrated it, in the appointment of the leadership of the National Assembly. And therefore, nobody has the capacity within the party to challenge him, to ensure that internal democracy happens. So Ganduje is going to be like a stooge. Ganduje is going to be used like remote control by the President Tinubu. There's no way, going by the way Ganduje was following Tinubu, practically begging him, for even to see him. There's no way he will disagree with Tinubu, even if there's any reason for him to disagree with him. So that's why I say the internet democracy in the APC is gone.
Indeed. Well, that's all we have time for today, but I am grateful for your insights on the subject matter.